We're
Just
here.
them?
Oh, I didn't rearrange anyone. Hang on. I only set up half the stream. It's fine. We're here, but everyone's going to move around for a hot second. Because I'm a mess
we
today.
We have Vittori today.
I'm Vittori!
And I'm Adora now, apparently.
At least Dan's in the right place.
Happy
me a
Friday. Sec. Gwen's back, but I gave her my ability to run tech.
Gwen's back, but is she?
Welcome to Threeflings, the only show on Twitch with 3 tieflings every Friday night and no technical difficulties ever. Threeflings is a collection of one-shot adventures from the UNCAGED Anthology, so if this is your first episode or your 50th, welcome, you are all caught up. Today we are playing The Tale of the Sphynx by Paige Lightman from UNCAGED Volume 3. And without further ado, let's meet our Tiefs, and we'll do Gwen's Tief last. So let's start with, hey Ink, tell us about your Tief.
Hey, I'm Ink. You can find me in the stream chat and on Twitter at These Dead Pens. For a short period of time there, I was playing Vittori, but now I am playing, as usual, Ophelia, your warlock, Pact of the Tome tiefling. Her fiend brother is her patron. She is always here for a good time. She doesn't mind getting into trouble. And tonight, I have a frog mug, to be thematic.
And Zan, tell us about your Tief.
I am playing Shy, our cleric ranger, who has just gained a bookworm animal companion named Mystorious.
I'll just vibe while Gwen is sorting things out.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Hey Gwen, tell us about your Tief.
I'm playing Adara, our resident fighty-bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she won't let that stop her from starting trouble with her warg puppy crouton. Also, apologies for the chaotic energy that I am bringing to this stream. It has been a week.
We missed you.
Thanks. I missed everyone here too. It's nice to be back. Ready to smash.
Timers. What was that supposed to be?
Oh. Nightbot did a crime.
What?
No, someone asked...
Nightbot did a crime?
Someone asked Nightbot to do a crime, and Nightbot was like, how dare you?
Yeah, I have no idea what that was supposed to be. But hey, sure sounds fun to me. Anyway, let's find out what we did previously on Threeflings.
Yes, introduce yourself.
Yeah, who are you? What tiefling are you playing?
I'm Jess. Jess is messing up the chat. Hey, I'm the DM. It's my channel. I'm nominated for an Ennie. You should go vote for me and Zan and Ink, who are also nominated for Ennies right now while we sort out our tech.
Our tech's fine. It's figured out. It's okay. I don't know what Nightbot's up to. That's someone else's problem, but at least
That's me. I'm having a problem.
Oh, okay. How's everyone else doing? Chat, how are you? How's your week been going?
Did you miss these vibes? Because these vibes are cursed.
Oh my god. You know what? I definitely made an Ennies thing and then didn't save it. So that's what's going on there.
Oh no.
Maybe that's what it's trying to do. Hey, so who wants to give us a previously on Threeflings while I fix that?
Not me.
Yes, what was it here? It was me and Zan.
Yes, it was. So,
we had books last week. DW, if you're out there.
Jealous.
You're out there.
There was introduction of new animal companions. Ophelia came back from hell. We left the ship at the dock with Adara and Vittori, who were going to do something with it, and decided to check out this problem that we received through a letter. Something about silver serpents. So we were like, okay, this is either snakes or some kind of group that we need to deal with. So we went there and we found out that the situation was more complicated than it seemed, which involved a splitting of the soul of a dragon, a curse, and we had to figure out how to break the curse and bring the two halves of the soul together, which were two separate people, a dragonborn and a Medusa. The Dragonborn was in charge of the city and really wasn't doing the best job. It was very controlling. The people felt protected, but they also kind of felt
Suffocated.
tyrannized. And meanwhile, the Medusa was off in the mountains, just kind of vibing and just kind of sick of the assassins. And so we went to.
You would be.
I mean, yeah, I would sure hope you would be.
Yep. So we found out about the curse, went to a hag's house, figured out how to break the curse, and then we confronted the Dragonborn while Brooks stole the phylactery stone and brought the two stones together and did the ritual breaking the curse while Ophelia and Shy distracted the Dragonborn. And that's how we saved the city. And we are evidently heroes that will be sung of in song.
And apparently that's where Brooks is, because Brooks is sopping up the free food, the free legacy, and the free housing for the time being.
You know, don't blame Brooks for milking that for all it's worth. Just seems
don't
like
either.
a lot of fun. But I think we ended up getting yet another letter from Harriet.
You sure did.
Yes.
And you were sent very far away with that letter, where you haven't gotten to yet, but you are on the way to see Koske Voynov in Voynograd to stop a spreading evil.
Ooh.
That is several weeks away. So yeah, that's totally worth a point of inspiration. As a note, tonight's adventure has some content warnings. It will feature loss of agency and has the potential for snakes, as Ophelia is playing. So if either of those are triggers for you, feel free to duck out, and we look forward to seeing you next week. So, oops, sorry, you already did that. Anyway, so with that out of the way, Adara, what have you been up to since you were last with the Threefs? You were hanging out on a boat with your cousin when we saw you last.
Okay, then we were probably just having a nice time. I imagine that for once, Idara shows up, or is going to show up at some point, feeling rested and recharged. Boat landed somewhere, and she was like, fuck it, I'll see my friends when I see them. I am going to have, like, a nice spa day for myself. I am going shopping. I am going to get cute new clothes, several sharp things, and a facial.
Oh, I love it.
And so she's feeling good. She's like, all right, you know, it's important to take care of myself for me. And if I have to set foot on another fucking boat again, I'm going to murder someone. So that's where she's at.
Yeah, I think Brooks actually tried to go on the boat to give you snacks and was stopped from doing that.
Oh no!
Great starts for the thieves.
Yep.
So, Ophelia and Shy, so you are on your way to Voynograd. And would you have gone back to the boat to, like, tell Adara what was going on? Would you send her the raven? Or how would you meet up?
Well, I already used the Raven in the adventure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that takes a couple of days to recharge. So unless it's a couple of days back to the boat, I'm pretty sure Shy wouldn't want to go back for Tara. Just be like, hey, we have another mission. We should probably continue on. Someone will meet us along the way, because it always happens.
I would have thought that because Adara got off the boat to do a bunch of stuff, we probably would have run into her at least once or twice.
You saw her from a distance, and you immediately picked up on the energy of, like, do not talk to me.
I don't know you people.
I will know you in another 2 days.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say, Adara, you hear that there are 3 tieflings who are big damn heroes and being celebrated in a town. And it was a town that you were on your way to.
All right, well, a little rude, but whatever. My nails are painted. I'm good to go.
Color are they?
They are definitely like a glittery black.
I love it. Oh, and I want to say one more thing before we get super into this. If some of you might have noticed, we have changed the rules for chatting. So if you are new to the channel, you will be able to chat. You just have to be a follower for 30 minutes. And this is because of the nothing that Twitch has been doing in response to hate raids for people who are of marginalized races, genders, and sexualities, like us. So that's what's going on, and on with the show. So you all, after celebrating, Adara missing out on the celebration, of course, but looking incredibly fabulous,
Oh, yeah.
you all meet up in a small forested clearing on a major road, actually, coming out of the area that you were in, where you saw where you were being celebrated. There's a cold, rainy drizzle coming from the overcast skies, and even though it's that kind of weird thing where it's sunny and rainy at the same time, so it's really bright, but it's still foggy and just kind of ick out.
So do I see them? Can I rejoin? Or
Yeah, I'd say you see
all
them.
right. Hey. Were you gonna tell me when you were leaving, or wait? This is a different town. Glad I caught you. How's life? I feel great.
Life has been interesting over these past couple days.
Oh, condolences. My life's been boring as shit.
Well, also condolences.
No, good
on the
boring.
bright side, okay. Well, on the bright side, you missed technically like I don't know if you could call it like a missing person situation, but you seemed when we saw you, you seemed like you very much needed time
Yeah.
to like recharge, so we didn't bother you with that. Luckily,
Yeah. Thanks.
Technically,
I
it
did.
was a missing person case. There was a missing dragon. There was a curse involved.
Huh.
yes.
Well, that sounds broadly interesting. Glad I missed out on a missing persons case. And yeah, thanks for not bothering me. I wasn't sure if you saw me or not. I saw you and was just sort of like, I'll check in with them later. And then was busy. But I'm here now.
Yes. In fact, I did see you. I saw that you didn't want to see us. So, and this was nothing that we couldn't handle. Although, I wasn't really very confident in Brooks's plan at first. It did work.
Brooks?
So,
How do you
yes.
know
Oh
Brooks?
yes, I finally got to meet Brooks.
I've met Brooks twice now.
Wait. Oh, yeah. What? Alright. What did they do? Did they curse the dragon?
Shut,
No.
shush. Shardar, your pocket full of pasta.
Yeah, Brooks gave me some pasta. Told me it was prophetic pasta.
And it's in your pockets? Is it cooked pasta?
Brooks immediately put it in their pocket. I don't know if this is some kind of thing with Brooks. Is it a ritual that they do?
Are you pulling out the pasta?
No.
Okay.
I keep
I've
the
been
pasta
told
right where
what
it
the
is.
pasta tells you. So
Oh!
so whenever you're ready to know your future.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Shai's
no.
not ready to know the future.
Brooks had nothing to do with pasta to my knowledge, but also like is consistently up to some new bullshit every time I run across him. So
Bullshit.
yeah.
Well, they seem to be fairly honest, if bizarre.
The bizarre part tracks.
Yes, it was quite fun. I finally got to meet Brooks, which was very interesting. They were as as magical as I thought they were going to be, which was very fun.
Can't tell if that's a euphemism.
No, just like magical, like little squid, little everything. It was really cool.
The squid is cute.
I like the little hat. That's my favorite.
Anyway, are we going somewhere or are we just catching up?
As you're talking, you met one of these. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have actually. A massive leonine creature with golden fur and gold, silver, and white wings approaches, looking at you out of a human face with bright cerulean eyes. She's wearing a golden crown or a torque set with lapis lazuli and jewels, and she seems to shine with a light. Apart from that, she looks exhausted. And as she pads over to you, she says, finally, some help. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Hello. What can we do for you?
Seen, well, a teenage girl. Freckles, blue eyes, brown hair, scars, angry disposition.
Is she missing or?
Don't jinx it.
Well, let me stop. She stands up on all four paws and looks incredibly regal. Says, my name is Alejandria Lat. You may call me Alepha. I guard Lady Porfindel's tomb. Occasionally, people come to loot Lady Porfindel's tomb. And I dissuade them from doing so. Sometimes we get those who are not dissuaded, so I raise them better. This teenage girl, Flynid, was one of those. She came to us 16 years ago. So I made her a 2-year-old and raised her for the last 16 years. Gave her lessons, retaught her how to read and write, and teach her to be a good person. But she's been incredibly moody lately. You know how teenagers can be. And, she took a long walk recently and hasn't returned. And I'm concerned that we didn't raise her as well as we expected to. If you want to talk to Lady Porfindel at the tomb, she always has good advice. She's she's the kindest ghost. I couldn't be indebted to a better one. You can meet the other children.
I would love to.
Do you know who we are? Were you just, gonna ask the first people who came across your path for help with this? Because this feels like a hard sell.
Rainy and my fur is wet, and I'm an inside Sphynx. I can't even fly in this weather, so I've been hunting all day. And yes, I was going to ask the first people I saw.
All right.
You look like you can take care of yourself. I'm positive Flynad is within 10 miles of here. I mean, she's just a teenage girl. How far could she have gone?
Fair enough.
What kind of teenager is she? Is she like a human, like an elf? What is she exactly?
Oh, she's a human. 18?
Teen?
You said she'd been moody.
Teenagers.
About anything in particular? Things that would set her off?
Well, you know how teenagers get. She didn't like the restrictions of the tomb. She didn't think it was fair that they had to stay inside. She wasn't keen on her siblings anymore. I'm sure she's perfectly capable of, taking care of herself. She should have no memory of who she was 16 years ago, but, we raise all of our children to be excellent people. Prepared to care for themselves, skilled in mathematics, arts, history.
So if I'm following correctly, you just have, you take fully grown people and turn them back into children to re-raise them?
Yes, exactly.
Isn't that a little odd?
What's your criteria for which people you kidnap?
Anyone who's stealing and won't be dissuaded from it clearly wasn't raised right. So Lady Porfindle and I, well, I'm the one with the time magic, but Lady Porfindle's such a kind woman. I use my time magic and we raise them appropriately.
May I
And
make
then once they're adults, we let them go.
May I make
Lady
an insight check on this Sphynx?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flynat's the first to leave on her own. It's most distressing.
23.
Hey, guess what? The Sphynx is immune to any effect that would sense its emotions or read its thoughts. Wisdom, insight checks made to ascertain the Sphinx's intentions, their sincerity, are made at disadvantage.
All right, fine.
Ooh. I'm gonna insight too then, because I find this intriguing.
Well then it's not a 23. It's a 11.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be a 22.
Okay, that would be funny.
Mine is a 16 when it would have been well above a 20.
I mean, she seems on the up and up. It seems like a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
But have y'all met a Sphynx before? You haven't, right?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Shy.
I think Shy might have heard about them.
Yeah, Shy, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. All right, so that's a 26.
So you would know that when a Sphynx is in her territory, she can change the age of anyone there and make them up to 20 years older or younger. So this is within her wheelhouse.
I mean, it's an interesting ability, but, it's preferable to killing trespassers.
I mean, at first we try and get them to leave, but I mean, you know how kids can be. Headstrong.
Are they trying to steal anything in particular, or is grave robbing just like a fun hobby people have out here?
Oh. Lady Emelian Porfindle she has a beautiful tomb. She was a very great warrior. Died about 60 years ago. So there's plenty of, shields and weaponry in her tomb.
So
None have been stolen. She looks very proud of herself as she says that.
Oh. Just out of curiosity, does it ever come to your consciousness that it might be a little bit weird to just take people that were fully grown adults and turn them into children?
Well, they were already acting like children.
Yes, but doesn't it feel a little bit weird to take these people away from, families and lives they had and, turn them into children? Especially if there's, people that are waiting for them?
Yeah, I feel like that could have something to do with why this one went missing.
Well, they couldn't have had a very good family, or they wouldn't have grown up to be criminals. We give them a good family with siblings and parents who love them very much.
Yeah, but it doesn't, come to your mind at any point that, you realize that you're basically kidnapping people.
I love how Shy's the cleric, but Idara and Ophelia have a moral objection to this. And Shy's just like, well, it's a different culture, and it's better than killing them.
I don't know if Idara has a moral objection per se. She's just sort of like, is this what I think it is? It is, okay.
Well, Ophelia has a moral objection to this because, children are a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
She is an only child, and had that been taken from her, that would have been very weird. Especially if people have, other family members. Like, to have them be like, whoop, now they're gone. Especially if it's, again, you're also messing with the cycle of life. That's another thing.
Yeah. And also, Shy has been delving into dangerous tombs for a very long time and is just like, this isn't the worst consequence that could happen from stealing something from an ancient tomb.
Yeah, they are alive. So
Yeah.
They are that, yeah.
They're gonna live longer than expected.
And better educated than before.
And it sounds like they have better lives now than they did before.
I mean, TBD.
Yeah, we haven't checked out this place and made sure it's on the up and up, but
so
from the surface, it sounds like it's not terrible.
So you just ask the random people that you happen to run across on the street, but lucky for you, I will say, taking out a business card, we do actually do shit like this. Ignore the bottom text. We do shit like this. We just also,
You don't see missing people.
I said ignore that part.
Okay.
Yeah. But because it's, outside of our usual wheelhouse, we will obviously want to be, compensated accordingly because you are working with professionals.
Well, I can ask Lady Porfindel what she is willing to pay. Or you can talk to her yourself.
Great.
Oh, I should have talked to her.
Or if you want to just look for Flynette now, I mean, there is a small town nearby.
I would like to talk to Lady Porfa first.
Yes,
and maybe some of the siblings. We might be able to gain more information on why she has left.
Agreed.
Yes.
Also, freelancing advice with Threeflings. Never do work before you get paid.
Yes.
I mean, my biggest fear is that someone's taken Flynette. Because, she is a very attractive 18-year-old girl.
I mean, it's not a possibility, but if she is as competent as you claim your children are, I doubt that it would be a very easy thing to do.
Well, follow me. We'll go to see Lady Porfindel. You'll love her.
All right.
And heading southward through the trees and the rain.
Since it's raining, since it's raining, poor Mysterious is in a book.
Oh, baby. Baby.
Wet.
Soggy baby.
No.
You stand in front of an imposing monument made of red and white marble, memorializing a woman with a cold and calculating look on her face. Religious iconography on the outside shows the Red Knight giving battle advice to Tyr. On the outskirts of the building, you see small wooden buildings that look almost like houses.
Is our Sphynx friend going in any particular direction, or?
She goes straight up into the monument area.
Okay, yes.
To the two people who know about religion. Who's that?
Question. Who is that?
I believe we've seen iconography of the Red Knight before.
Well, yes, we have.
Can I make history or...
Yeah, you can make a religion check.
Trying to
Okay.
remember if we've seen Tyr before. Not fully sure about that.
You have seen the Red Knight for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, I got a 21 for religion.
Okay.
Ooh,
Was that for Tyr? Or
rolled
either?
a natural
Either
20,
of
so
them.
that's 26.
Okay.
Yay.
So, Ophelia, you immediately recognize the Red Knight, the Lady of Strategy.
Yes.
And you know the person she is advising is known as the God of Battles.
Ooh.
Shy, you also know that he is lawful good. The Red Knight is lawful neutral. And they're both gods of war. Tyr is also the wounded one, the one-handed, the maimed god, and Tyr the even-handed.
Having
So-
one
So this
hand
is
doesn't
a very
sound...
lawful type place.
How can he be even-handed if there's only one of them? That's an
actually
odd
a really
number.
good point.
That's
That's a really good point.
it's describing temperament, not the number of hands that he has.
Gotcha,
Okay,
deity.
I thought the same thing as both Adara / Gwen. Like, wait, one's an odd number.
Thank you.
It's like, have I just confused my even and odds, and I'm like had an existential crisis over 30 minutes?
And there's Chai's just like, no, it's temperament. Temperament, people.
What about temperature?
Okay. That's...
Okay, so
So passing the statue, Alepha flies down and goes into one of the residences. And you see a couple gardens there too. And lots of like a vegetable garden, some flowers, an herb garden.
Oh, pretty.
Beautiful.
Pretty.
Are we seeing any people about at all?
Given that it's raining, you would guess they might be inside.
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
So, yeah, Adara, this is kind of weird. It's like, it's a lot of battle
Yeah.
stuff.
Putting a pin in all this war iconography for now. I guess,
War,
I mean...
like lawful war.
It would also explain the shields and sharp things and shit that people are trying to steal. If our incoming ghost was particularly renowned in battle.
Yeah, the Sphynx did say that.
Yeah.
However, that also does make me worried that if anything comes to fruition and we have to try to get ourselves out of here, defending ourselves, we may not have the best time.
I'm not super worried about it. I don't know.
Well,
like,
you're not, but I am.
I feel very confident in my ability to protect my allies as of about 3 hours ago.
We're allies, Adara! Aw!
It would feel better if it wasn't raining.
Wait, yeah, Ophelia, we're friends. Like,
We're friends and allies, Adara! Aw!
you didn't know that? Fuck.
No, I just like hearing you say it out loud. It's
Oh,
very sweet.
okay.
Oh,
Anyway.
Like, and meanwhile, Shai's just like, I have a new animal companion that would be great in battle, only it's raining.
Oh no.
He does not
fight-
like being wet.
We'll fight the ghost indoors, just for you.
Just for Shy. I think we should follow her a little bit more. I'm
Oh, yeah.
surprised that
Yeah.
there's so much
Let's Get
gardening.
in out of the rain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the very least.
I wonder if they practice gardening like how some warriors do it as like a meditation thing. Because there seem to be a lot of like fruit and stuff here.
That sounds very unnecessary.
Yeah, kinda. I'm not sure.
going into one of the small wooden buildings, you see a ghost who looks like an elderly woman with braided hair, dark skin, excellent posture, and battle armor. Getting together some food in a skillet while overseeing a hulking Goliath boy about Ophelia's age in his early 20s, with some gray skin and fine tattoo markings. A young gnome boy with curls and freckles who looks about 10. A skinny teenager human with some greasy, long, dark hair hanging over his face. And yeah, those are the 3 kids you see. They are practicing reading and writing. One of them is doing math. And when Alepha bounds in, the ghost immediately turns to you, Porfindel, and says, "Oh, we've outsourced help. Welcome. The children are just finishing up their lessons while I get ready for dinner. Please, I'll be happy to set an extra plate."
Shai's going to look over the children and see if they seem happy here. Like, granted, there some allowance can be given for like frustration with lessons and stuff, but they aren't good. They aren't like Shai knows what to look out for. They aren't subdued. They aren't like or anything like that.
Yeah. Let's see. So you see they all look pretty focused on their lessons. You notice the gnome boy conjuring some things in his hand and grinning every time he does it. The Goliath boy looks very peaceful and placid. And the human teenager, it's kind of hard to get a read on him because his hair is almost completely covering his face.
Okay.
One of those.
I like how you said that. My first thought was, this is young cousin It.
But like,
Yes, one of
it's
those.
like the one whose hair is in front of his face, his posture is still relaxed.
Yeah, he's just kind of like here over his textbook, but like that.
Okay.
Like
Oh, I
chill
love
over the
how-
textbook, but like completely hiding in it.
Of
So does
course.
he have like scene kid energy or just like messy haired nerd energy?
Messy haired nerd energy.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was hoping we were gonna get a scene kid. Frick.
I was just like, MySpace?
We'll say
Okay.
yes, actually. I thought you said Dean's kid.
Oh, what?
No,
I don't know
he
what that
has
means.
scene kid energy. I thought you meant like he's on the Dean's list or something.
Oh, no.
Like, I was thinking
yes.
possibly emo, but if he's just like studious nerd energy,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Ebony Darkness
understandable.
Dementia Raven Way. We found
Yes.
you.
All right.
Okay.
still.
Yeah, the description of him makes me think of like teenage Severus Snape.
Yes.
Oh.
Speaking of weird seeing people energy, I'm gonna turn toward the literal actual ghost in the room cooking dinner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn toward Porfindel and be like, excuse me, just a real quick question. May I ask, why you're still like hanging around as a ghost?
Well, I have a family to raise. She gestures to the kids. I passed peacefully in my sleep 60 years ago, and well, Aleph has been guarding me all these years, and then, well, she started acquiring children. People kept robbing the tomb or attempting to, and well, someone had to take care of the children, and well, now I wouldn't trade it for the world.
When you
seem
say
very calm with this.
I was never home with my family much. I was always out in battles, so now this is my second chance.
Can I make an insight check on this ghost?
Yeah, sure.
Is this also a disadvantage?
No. She's not a
Yay.
Sphynx.
Ghost Sphynx.
All right, that's a 17.
She seems on the up and up.
Okay.
She cares about these kids.
Is she, like, she made a comment that was like, Aleppa keeps coming across children. Is she being like?
Alepha kept acquiring children.
Okay. Is she like being coy about that, or does it seem like she
Yes.
actually... Okay.
Yeah.
Like, she knows what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
So
gonna say
it's, between you and me, I'm honestly concerned that Lynette remembered a bit of, well, who she was before. I know Alepha won't even consider it as a possibility, and it's honestly never happened with her magic before, but well, if she remembers who she was, she's probably after revenge.
to ask you, doesn't that isn't this whole situation a little concerning to you?
Yeah, wouldn't she
And
be after revenge
aspect.
against you?
Yes, absolutely.
So why'd she leave?
I assume to find her old crew. I would look in the Sweetwater branch or in the forest. I'm sure she has allies around. She whispers, most of the children are local.
Okay.
So
But do you think she would still have contacts after 16 years, was it?
Yes, she might.
so this whole situation in no way does it concern you?
The children
Like
are happier, like Benwick, and she gestures to the Goliath. Says he's getting ready to intern with a carpenter in town. So much
What?
better than what he was doing before.
Fair enough. But with the current problem,
That was Stolos, actually. My bad.
I was gonna say that
Telos
internship
is
better
the
be paid.
the current problem,
An apprenticeship, yes.
you believe she's after revenge, and what will happen when she tries to bring her crew here and have revenge? Are we supposed to try and dissuade her? Are
If
you
could
going
find her
to?
and dissuade her, that would be excellent.
Okay. And if she
I
can't be
can't have
dissuaded,
her harming the children.
I don't think
Fair
it'd be
enough.
the children she'd be trying to harm.
well, I would hope not.
Honestly, I worry that Aleppo would just, have to change her back into a 2-year-old again, and we'd have to start all over. Because something clearly went wrong the first time.
Again, I don't understand how you don't see a problem with this. Like, doesn't it feel a little bit weird to you as someone who lived your whole life, got to do everything as time chronologically allowed you to, and then just to be a ghost, live your life, and then, like, essentially kidnap people, turn them back into children, then raise them again?
Well, we didn't kidnap them. They came here voluntarily to rob me.
Yes, but you're keeping them here against their will or knowledge? Like, that doesn't strike anything weird with you?
Certainly better to raise them correctly than to murder them.
I mean, you don't have to do either of them. Like, you're also just really screwing with their lives. Like, there's life cycles, their lives that they had before you.
Get Ardella over there, and she gestures to the gnome boy. Now, he's coming into his magic, and it's so exciting for him. We get to share that with him. His magic was wild before, and he just hurt anyone that he touched. He was miserable. Now he's the happiest little gnome you'd ever see. And, well, Benwick used to be a thief and was well on his way to becoming an assassin. Now he's a hunter, one of the best hunters that we've ever trained.
Yeah, but didn't these people have lives before you? And, like, families and possibly children and parents and...
Oh, who knows? Yes, I'm sure they had very miserable lives, which is why they were robbing an old woman's grave. Now they have better lives, and they have a family that cares for them and supports them. Instead of a bunch of criminals.
I mean, can you really support someone if you're not even letting them be who they were?
Well, they don't remember who they were. Everyone wins.
I don't know if I'd call that winning. I guess it's winning for you because they've kind of forfeited.
I mean, in my opinion, most people become criminals because of something missing in their past, some past trauma, some absentee parent, some terrible tragedy in their life. We simply give them the opportunity to be raised without that tragedy. My two mothers who care about them very much. What's the problem?
So, speaking of adults being gainfully employed, we are here as professional contractors and would like to discuss a contract with you before we actually, do work. Um,
Yes, of course.
just kind of,
You know,
I want to try to look at Ophelia also and be like, you okay?
Ophelia is like very like concerned and confused and like about this whole
Alright.
situation.
Fair. Yeah, so obviously, we are working professionals and need to be like paid for the labor that we do.
well, I've been writing. Actually, half the library here are things that I've written posthumously. So if you bring back Flynn alive, we'd be happy to give you a sample of my posthumous literature. It's all military history strategy, things to help you in battle.
And Shai immediately perks up at that.
Just leaning over to Shy, like, do you think that has like monetary value? Like, also,
Of course it does.
like actual
You
value though,
could-
or like books?
You could say this sort of unique view of history has. I can't put an exact value on it, but a similar record of note. It depends on how expansive the history is.
All right. So,
If I were to bring this back to the archives, there would be a reward available.
all right.
Substantial.
Nice. Cool. That's what I wanted to hear. Sounds good. Ghost lady, whose name was lost to me because people were talking. Porfindel. Sounds good. Do you have... You already had leads on where you thought we should check out. So, is it okay with you if we talk with the other kids and see
Feel
if
free.
they notice? Cool. Do you mind if we talk to them privately? We might like intrude on the lesson if we start interrupting people. So maybe if we just like pull them aside, then the others won't get distracted.
She floats over and looks at the three of them. She says, Ardella, Benwick, Stolos, it's time to get washed up for dinner. These three nice people are going to talk to you while you get washed up. They have some questions about Flynette and your life here, so I want you to answer them honestly and bravely. Because what are we? Say, honest and brave.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Because that's right. And I'll see you at dinner.
Does she leave after that, or is she...
She floats away, and the kids start to march outside to go wash up.
Cool. Does this feel like a cult now? I feel like this feels like a cult now.
I mean,
And Shai's just like, well, technically all religions are cults.
I mean,
You're the
not,
cleric. Aren't you the one who's not supposed to say that? Like, out of the three of us?
I'm a knowledge cleric. I knew what I was getting into.
All right.
I mean, it's not a cult.
Cool. Well, let's regroup while they're washing their brave and honest faces. And then we can maybe talk to some of them. Ophelia, you good?
just upsetting
Yeah.
thing, but they don't realize that there's something wrong with this. Like, oh, it just sucks. Like, I understand wanting to give people second chances, but not second chances in a matter that makes them like completely different people.
And there's Shy going, I understand that this is a disturbing thing, but I've told you how long I've been robbing ancient graves and artifacts, technically tomb robbing in one way or another, places that have ancient curses and very dangerous traps. Anyone who does this sort of work knows the kind of things that can happen. This is mild in comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just
So
because
it's like,
it's
this is nothing.
yeah, just because this is mild in comparison doesn't mean it's good by any means.
Oh no, it's not good. But they could be dead. They could be
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be argued about how their old selves are pretty much dead anyways.
I mean, like, people die as a consequence of their actions all the time. I think on some level, some part of this is just pissing me off because I don't like it when people make choices on behalf of other people. But at the same time, like, if you get murdered, somebody made that choice for you. So,
it however, it is a consequence of their own decisions. And people who do this make that decision going in. Granted, it could have turned out better for them, but
hear me out, Shy. As professional people who have entered tombs before, I think it's reasonable to treat these people as though they are under the effects of a tomb curse, and the appropriate thing to do is to relieve them of that as a professional courtesy. Or at least, that's what I would want, I think. Now I'm the one making decisions on their behalf, but it's different because I'm a protagonist.
so you would return them to their former selves so they can be arrested and imprisoned for the rest of their lives?
Maybe.
Or
I mean,
killed?
so what I want is to figure out if the missing chick did actually get her memories back. Because if that can happen, then I think, like, it's reasonable to give people the option of deciding whether they want to go back to their old lives or live through their new lives. Like,
Shy, they're basically erasing the old version of these people out of existence. But, like, letting other people deal with the fallout. Like their family and things.
Like, if they just owned up to the fact that they're being shitty, then I'd be like, all right, I get it, I respect it. But it's the part where they think they're doing something helpful that's, like, not connecting. But also, you know, consequences to decisions that you make happen. And if I got caught robbing a tomb, I would much rather have this be the consequence of my action than many of the other things that we've been warned about.
I just have to say, if your comparison for how good your thing is saying, by alternative, these people could be dead, then your alternative isn't significantly better than being dead.
So basically, if these people had been given a choice of either death or being reborn, that would be a better way of dealing with this?
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not a morality lawyer. Isn't that your job?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do we try and persuade these people to give their trespassers a choice?
I think step one might be find the missing person and figure out why she went missing.
Yes, I would I would prefer to see what happened with her first before we try to do anything else.
Fair enough.
As you're talking, the Goliath, who is taller than Adara, actually, but does a crouch. So he does the tall person hunch, so he looks short.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
buddy.
Walks over, and you see he's like holding something in his hand. It looks like clay or modeling clay or something. And he comes up to the three of you and says, I know you're here for Flynad, and I overheard you.
Shit.
I'm Stolos.
Hey, you still
Flynad remembered she was from Sweetwater Branch. She
Oh.
said she grew up there. And we told her that we grew up together. I'm her big brother. I'm 23, she's 16. I remember when she came here. But if she's gone anywhere, it's probably there.
Did she say if she remembered anything else?
Also, how much else did you hear us talking about?
He just smiles and says, not much.
Do I believe him?
Says, I want to help you. I don't want Flynn to get hurt.
That's a very nice older brother thing for you to do.
She was angry, but she had a good heart.
So, yeah, repeating Shy's question, is there anything else that she had said?
Not to me.
Hmm.
Benwick, he sneaks up on everybody. He might have heard something.
That's us, Ben.
Yeah.
And Stolos heads inside.
Thanks, Stolos.
Thank you, you're very helpful.
Going over to the well where they're washing up, you see Benwick about to sit on a chair. And as he sits on it, he falls through it. And you see Ardella laughing maniacally at that. And Ardella, the little gnome with curly hair, going, It worked! My first illusion! My first for real one! It tricked you!
Getting
And
more flashbacks.
Shy at that point is just like, that's a very good one. Have you been practicing that one long?
Ardella just grins and goes, well, it just sort of started to happen recently, and I was, I can make sounds like a bird call or somebody screaming, but I was gonna do the chair thing at dinner, but I knew that Lady Porfindle or Alepha would be really mad. But what kind of idiot would sit in a chair at the well? You see Benwick just looking really annoyed from behind his sheets of black hair.
You guys are such siblings.
I'll get you back when you least expect it, Del.
Ooh, very ominous.
So, how old are you two?
Ardella goes, I just turned 10, so I'm practically a man. And Benwick was, I'm 15. I like your dress.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm a little too old for you, but thank you. What'd you say?
It's pretty.
Oh, thank you. Also, little one, I don't think 10 is exactly a man, but you'll get in there. And I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Ardella goes, "Are you going into the forest?"
That would be the plan.
I think so.
You should leave out a saucer of milk if you go into the forest. That's what Flynn had said for the Fae folk.
Oh.
She was
Oh,
really
yes.
mad at Alepha.
Did she talk to you about why?
No, she said I'd understand when I was older. I hate when people say that.
Hmm.
I know I'm smart. I can understand now.
Yeah, but sometimes you need life experience and time to think on stuff, and that doesn't happen in like a day.
And also, Fae folk are very confusing. So, sometimes if people try to explain things, it just makes your head hurt. They probably don't want your head to hurt.
Fae folk are really, really nice. You just have to like leave out milk or whatever it is that they want.
Well, milk's easy.
Never heard the milk one. The milk one's interesting though.
Fey cat?
Ooh, fake cat. Like toast?
It's like
Is toast
Milk.
Fey?
milk,
Toasted feed.
oatmeal, and
Oh, no, toast
For monstrosity.
Yes.
and other items are good for pixies and fairy dragons.
Oh, we have met fairy dragons.
Fuck fairy
Fairy
dragons.
dragons are funny.
Benwick just goes, "Oh yeah, because I'm sure talking to the fairies is going to bring Flynn back. Great plan, Dal. Way to go."
Do you guys miss her?
Wow, look at you dunking on a 10-year-old, huh?
And he just kind of shrinks behind his hair.
Aw.
It's like, don't call me out of my bullshit.
You sure got him. Alright, so did you hear anything about your missing sister? Did she say
No, I
anything?
don't really care what she does. I don't really care about girl stuff. But what I did see when I was hunting the other day was there was like, I don't want to tell you because you were mean. But if somebody was nice to me, maybe they would find something that was interesting.
Part of me wants to be
this
like,
is the
wow,
bookish
Dunkin'
one,
on
right?
a 20-something.
This is the bookish one, right?
Yeah.
Shy will take a book from her bag. And it's just like, we could be nice.
It's the one who used to be a murderer and is now a good hunter.
This is a book on flora and fauna.
Oh, this will be so great when I'm out in the woods. Yeah. Okay, so like, I'm like kind of a good hunter, but I saw these heavily armed people, like 10 of them, camped out to the west. It seemed like they were packing up their camp and leaving, so I don't know where they are now. I don't know if Flynn was going to them. I don't really care what she does, but it might be worth checking out if, you're like tough enough to handle it. Or if you can sneak away the way that I did.
Is West in
Like
the
a ghost in the woods.
is West
I'm
in
sure
the
we'll chop it up.
direction of the civilization, or is that the opposite way?
West is the direction of the civilization, but
Okay.
due west is I'd say the civilization is like northwest.
Okay.
Okay.
We can check that out before
Yeah.
going into town.
So, just, like, be honest with me. Do you miss your sister? Or do you worry about her?
The little gnome goes, "Yes, so much." She wasn't teaching me any magic, but when she wasn't angry, she was fun.
And then what about you?
I guess
You
she
miss her?
was like fine. She didn't get mad on me when I pulled pranks on her or like snuck up on her from anywhere, which was kind of funny.
So it seems like you do miss your sister.
I mean, she's a big sister, so like whatever. She'll come home.
I mean, I'd hope so. I feel like she'd miss you guys too.
Trying
might be-
so hard to be indifferent.
Yeah.
Like,
she,
I probably twigs onto the fact that, yeah, he's worried too.
yeah. Like,
Mhm.
she might be angry at Porfindel and Alepha, but she probably misses you guys.
I mean, it's not like we're her family or anything.
Are you sure?
Ardella just goes, no, he's being sarcastic. We're, of course, her family. She's my big sister, and she's your little sister. She's your big sister, too. The best big sister. It's like, yeah, she's our only sister, dork.
It's my brothers. My brothers were like, "You're the best sister we have," and I'm like, "I'm literally your only sister.
Only
You
sister.
have no other options."
That's
I'd
why
be more
it's
concerned
funny.
if you're like, you're our second favorite. Like, who's the first?
That's why it's funny. Get dunked on.
My dad always told my brother, you're so bright, I could call you son.
Ah.
Rip, rip.
All right, so
I think we should go west and see
Yeah.
what's going on in the woods, but we should leave a dish of milk out.
Yeah. Anyone got some
Yeah.
milk?
Yes,
Idara asks,
actually.
looking pointedly at Ophelia. Wait, what? Shy, you have milk? Why do you have milk?
Dante?
I don't carry milk around. I always get it at bars.
Dante loves milk.
Can he drink milk? I thought that was bad for cats and cat-related things.
Dante's
place
his
to be.
magic cat.
He's got a
Dante-
magic stomach.
He's got
Yep.
magic lactase creating stomach.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, I don't carry on milk. If I did, I wouldn't have to order it every time we went somewhere.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, like, Fred only likes water. The flower only likes water.
So, Shy, you want to leave out some milk?
He'll just, has probably like a little saucer. Is just like, Dante, I'll get you a new saucer. But right now,
Dante's tentacles just like flap in the
I mean,
in
we
the
can come back
rain.
and get it. It's
don't
not like
worry,
we're
the
going
fish is still
anywhere.
all yours.
Dante's like, I am displeased. I require my milk.
Oh no.
So, in the forest, the rain has started to mix with sleet. And it's cold and just gross.
Ew.
But setting out some milk. Are you setting out any cookies or candy or sweets with it, or just the milk?
We'll set out some sort of sweet bread, like raisin bread or something.
I was gonna say, I have some fruit and some snacks left over.
We were told milk, so
Listen, there's no harm in having extra.
I guess. Do they want beef jerky?
You can
Maybe.
put that out.
Maybe.
All right.
It's like I've never heard of anyone setting out meat in this sort of situation, but
Maybe one of them's got a salty tooth.
Is that what the opposite of sweet tooth's called?
I don't know. I guessed, and saying it out loud, I hate it. So I don't think so.
Aw.
A bitter
So-
tooth.
After about 5 minutes, you hear the whispering of wings and a large group of tiny winged creatures with bows emerge from the forest. And you haven't seen these before, but these are sprites.
Ooh,
Mm.
interesting.
They immediately go for the milk and the cookies, down them, and then turn to you and say, more?
More? I
In
can
common.
take-
yeah, we'll pour some more milk.
Yes, I have more fruit and snacks. Yes.
Did any of them touch the beef jerky?
No.
All right.
Tragic.
Maybe the next Fae thing will want beef jerky.
You know what? You never know.
You go, oh, I can tell you're a good person. We can see your heart. You're a good person. But also, this helps.
Well, I'm glad you guys like them. My mom made the snacks.
Well, they're really good. Do you have more?
How much more are we expecting?
How much do you have?
I will give you a little bit more because I still need some more for myself. But you can have like the rest, other than the stuff that I'm saving for myself.
And as you say that, you can feel some fluttering in your bag.
Yep, there they go.
And we can tell you're a really good person. So, thank you. And, bye!
Oh, before you leave, have you seen a human girl, about 18 years old, looking a little bit angry, going toward the town?
And some of the Flynn, yes. We don't like her. She's mean. She killed one of our sisters with a slingshot. And so
that is
yeah,
nice.
she's a monster. We
Oh,
saw
that's
her
nice.
heart. She's evil. Nasty, nasty thing.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Any idea where she went so we can go, make her apologize?
Well, care as long as you keep getting us cookies. We'll do whatever you want.
A little
We
bit
can
more.
start a search, but I don't know why you want to see her. She's not very nice.
Well,
You're
hopefully...
really nice. Do you have more?
Well, I will give them a little bit more and say, well, hopefully, if we can find her, we can make her apologize to you.
Well, that would be great. And roll me a perception check. Adara,
Idara.
who's not taking part in this conversation.
It's true. She is just watching them with suspicion.
Adara's just like, why won't you touch my beef jerky?
The last things that she ran into that were Fae were fairy dragons, and they kept trying to steal her shit. Perception check, you say...
Oh, I've missed this.
30.
Shit.
Good God, what's your bonus to that?
11.
Oh my God.
We'll see.
So, Adara, you see some other small creatures coming out of the forest. One appears to be... It's hard to see at first because it seems to be part stone and rolling, but then you see it is more hair than stone rolling your way. And it's with 3 friends, and that's what actually catches your ear because you hear a clanging and see 3 things that you thought were mushrooms because they were bright red caps hopping along with clanging iron boots approaching you.
Like, menacingly, or like...
With brandishing sickles.
I'm gonna say, alright, Ophelia, pick up your backpack, time to go.
Hey, we were having a great conversation.
Yeah, we got unfriendly company. Your friends were stalling.
And at that, the sprites go, "Oh no, the Dark Fae!" and run away.
Alright, well, maybe they weren't stalling, but still we have trouble.
What's Dark Fae?
I don't know, mushroom people?
Mushroom?
Anybody
Ed.
can give me an Arcana check
I will do that.
or an Insight check. As you
Sure.
see one of the red-capped creatures eyeing the beef jerky.
I got
I
a 22 on
Good.
insight.
21 Arcana.
I get an
Okay.
18 Arcana.
So all of you know that these are red caps and coreds, and they can be bribed with blood, raw meat, or gold.
How about cured meat?
I don't.
Shy, you would know that red caps need blood to stay alive. It's what keeps their caps so red.
Mm.
Okay. They definitely don't want your cured meat either. They'll only have raw. I suggest we drop some gold or fight.
Wait, the red caps and what?
And coreds.
Corrids.
Are the coreds bribable with raw meat, or are they going to be a
Yeah.
problem? Okay. I mean, I feel like we can take these in a fight.
Can we?
I feel like it. I don't know what they are.
Probably.
I'm just believing in us.
Are you just not wanting to drop some gold? Because really, I don't think we have enough raw meat for all of them.
We don't have enough raw meat, and I am saving up, so I would rather just fight them.
I mean, you could talk to them. If you bribe them. Or we could just roll initiative as they are approaching your way.
The thing is, one, we don't have enough raw meat, so Shy's like, we either drop some gold or we fight. And
I guarantee...
Adara's like, I'm saving up.
I guarantee we have enough money to bribe them easily. So if you two would like to talk to them, that is fine.
Okay, what is a Korad, just for my own reference?
A Korad is a fey small creature. A small fey creature with strong ties to earth and stone. They have magical hair that they use to tie up their enemies, and they can summon stone creatures.
Interesting.
I'll show you a picture of them in chat.
With them being fey creatures, Shy is going to probably try Sylvan and like hold out a gold coin. And we'll just be like, there's more where this came from. It's like, as long as you don't attack us.
Ophelia will take out a another gold piece in Elvish and say, nice to meet you. We met some of your fairy friends. Would you like some of this beef jerky?
At that, the Korad stops. Goes, the coin will do.
Not the jerky?
The red caps go, bah! Blood or nothing!
Are they usually like that?
Korad goes,
It's
come on now, you could go for some coin. With enough coin, you can get enough blood in the village. You know, Flynn had always brought you blood and coins. Yeah! But raw blood's better than coin. Then we don't have to wait. Give us your blood!
I'm pretty sure that Adara will eat you before you eat her.
I think my blood might be too spicy for you.
See blood. The party hat.
Yeah, your options are their money or a very bad day for you.
You wanna fight?
We certainly can if you don't want money.
The Korad just goes, settle down, settle down, settle down. Now, we'll take the money. We'll take the money.
Okay.
Shy flips him a coin.
I guess what language
That's
are they
good.
speaking in?
The redcaps are speaking in common.
Okay. So
The
that
Korad
conversation
is
could have
speaking
happened.
in Sylvan.
Okay.
Okay, so Shy's basically making deal with the Corin.
Yeah. While the redcaps are just yelling about blood.
I'm probably not gonna understand what they're saying. Ophelia will see Shy flip them a gold and also flip them a gold.
Seeing that it's 1 gold, Idara will also flip them a gold.
Yay, in our group participation.
Korad turns around and goes, look, not everybody knows to bring you goats, alright? And the redcaps go, yeah, but goats have blood.
This is the weirdest half of a conversation I've been able to understand all day.
Like, I'm sure they do, buddy, but also the other half probably sounds like whispering.
Do you think they're calling us goats? I will ask Ophelia.
No,
Is that what's going
think
on?
I can't really understand what the rock people are saying, but I think they're saying something along the lines of, we're not goats, but goats have blood, but we also have blood, but I think they just want blood from something, and I think they're trying to say, like, we didn't bring them goats, so we're not, like, normally aware of what's going on.
Huh.
The Korad just goes, apologies to Shy. This girl, Flitted, used to bring goats for the redcaps to satisfy them. I think she got him at a camp, a bit, southwest of here. There's some people down there.
Okay.
And turns and goes, lots of blood! in common, and they go, blood!
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
And Shai just kind of like waves to Adara and Ophelia to just like calm down. They're not attacking or anything like that.
Are you sure?
And-
No, I
yeah,
have no issues with that.
they're talking about our girl and how she used spring goats from a camp that used to be near here.
Yeah, she thought if we, and this is the red caps good, she thought if she gave us enough goats, we'd kill that Sphynx. But we're not stupid. And you can't kill a ghost anyway. Ghosts don't have blood.
I mean, they used to.
Second
at some
part's true.
point.
How recently did she start giving you goats?
How much blood back was that? A bit.
Okay.
The core, it just as time is meaningless. When you
Blood
are
equals how many days?
Sure. Alright, so it was at least recent, probably. Good to know. Can we go? Is there anything else you want to try and ask the reasonable one, Shy?
How long has it been since? Well, time is meaningless. Have you seen her recently?
Not today. We didn't have any blood today.
I can
Okay.
tell.
Do you know where she's gone? Which direction she went?
Hopefully she killed that Sphynx. Then there'll be blood.
Pretty sure she hasn't done that yet.
You want to try asking the rock people, maybe, Shy?
She might have gone southwest.
Southwest.
That's where the goats come from. Or the town.
Or the town.
Which one's closer?
I think southwest is closer.
Alright.
Probably. I mean, I know it's on the way to the town, just probably at an angle.
Yeah, you're pretty equidistant at this point. So if you go northwest from here, you'll be in town. If you go southwest from here, you will be in the camp they're talking about.
Okay, so it's just whether or not we want to go to this camp and talk to people, or go to the town and talk to people.
There
Soft,
should be good blood wherever you go.
soft preference for camp, I think. I'm doing my best to not let this nonsense bias my opinion.
I think either way we'll get good information, hopefully.
If you come back, bring fresher meat.
We will endeavor to do so.
Yes.
And they clang a log. Gotta find fresh blood.
Fae are
Okay.
weird.
I mean,
I
we're
think
also
the
kind of
core
weird.
just sinks into the earth.
Yeah, we're weird, but we're the kind of weird I'm used to. I feel like we're more personable.
I'd like to think I'm personable. I'm not really sure.
Out of the three of us, I think you're the only actually personable one.
Really? Not sure. I feel like
Yes.
Shy does a lot of good talking, and I feel like you do a lot of talking with, like, people who intimidate me.
Idara quietly files away that Ophelia did not say good talking for her and moves on.
Good talking. Good talking, Dara.
Shy
like
does good
Ophelia's
talking.
like,
Idara does
Shy.
talking.
It's like, Shai, you do talking to a lot of people, and Shai's like, yes, I do talk at a lot of people. They're not exactly conversations. More like lectures?
Talking at versus talking with.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's go to this camp.
Yes, that sounds good. Well, we've left out meat. We've given milk. I've given most of my mom's cookies. We have gotten information, which is good. So she seems like she's angry about a lot of stuff. Seems
And
like she's got a lot of issues to work through.
And she wants to hire people to kill her.
Captors.
Yeah,
Yep.
captors.
I mean, yeah, they're
Mothers?
definitely captors. I wouldn't
Both?
count them really as. I don't know. Can you really call someone a mother if they never really cared for who you were?
I mean, but if they care for who you are now,
Yeah, but like, care shouldn't be conditional on how you are, like, at a certain time. It should be all the time, especially if they're gonna be your parents.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
I don't know. I feel like my dad was very much like the kind of person where he's like, I care about you all the time, not just when I'm not mad at you.
Well, no, but that's different. Not. And Shai's just like, I kind of liked it when my past didn't matter when I ended up at the orphanage.
I mean, yeah, but people still cared about you. They didn't care about you conditionally. They didn't care about you, like, at a certain point in your life more than they did at other points in your life. They still cared about you no matter what.
I'm not sure these feels weird to be defending them. I'm not sure these two kidnappers are providing their attentions conditionally. Necessarily, I have a lot of reasons why I could argue that they're not these people's mothers, starting with the fact that they're not these people's mothers, first and foremost. But I don't think them not caring about who they were before they got to the family is necessarily one of them.
Estraz said in chat, the orphanage did not make you an orphan.
We don't know. Anyway, Shai's backstory suddenly turns tragic.
Oh no.
That's backstory coming soon. One day.
Okay, so you're going to the camp, not the town.
Yeah.
We're going to the camp first, yes.
The entire way, everyone's just kind of quietly digesting, like, what the hell is happening.
What makes a parent?
So it starts to rain and sleet harder. Your vision is limited to only 30 feet ahead of you. The sun begins to set. There's trees and it's muddy and rocky. And you see, before you even reach the camp, you see several well-armed people patrolling the area. Some of them are standing high up on rocky outcroppings with bows and arrows. Others just seem to be walking around through the trees.
Is there like a front entrance to the camp?
No, you'd have to, well, not without getting through these people who are patrolling.
So can we see the camp from here, or are they patrolling further out?
They're patrolling further out.
Oh, okay. Want to just try and bypass the patrol?
You mean sneak?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
can attempt it.
I mean, you guys were gonna do that. I was just gonna say hi.
What are you? Okay, yeah. One of the guards just goes, "This is get lost."
You get lost.
I mean, we're trying not to be lost.
Private property.
Oh, whose private property?
Yeah, who's?
Gamars.
Who's Gamer?
Gamar the Great. So get lost if you know what's good for you.
Can you clarify? I still have no idea who this person is.
Well, then it sounds like you shouldn't be here.
I mean, that's
And
fair,
you give us a better reason to leave?
Do you like to be alive?
We're looking for someone that
No
we think...
offense, but I really don't think you could take her. And like points at Adara.
Same. Also, we're looking for someone, so if you can help fill us in.
Somebody, haven't you?
We're looking for a specific someone who isn't you. So if you could either help direct us toward her, then we can be out of your hair. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go check the camp ourselves.
Who are you looking for?
Her name's not Fennec, but I keep thinking it is.
Flynn.
Yeah, she's like an 18-year-old human girl. According to the face, she's got a bit of an evil heart. That's yet to be decided by us. Apparently she's quite attractive, kind of magic, human, interesting looking.
Was that the guard offering her name, or was that the universe?
Was the guard.
Yeah, so you know her.
Yeah. Tall girl, about 40.
Yeah.
Wait,
She's in Gamar's tent.
All right.
wait, about
Thanks.
40?
Yep. It makes sense. Thanks. Which tent is that?
They're planning something big. We're supposed to keep everybody out. And we're well paid to keep everybody out.
Yeah, how much as well? Like 2 gold?
I will with Gamar, those who mess with Gamar.
Who says we're here to
live.
mess?
Also, may I repeat something that you said before? Do you like living?
I do like living. But if I do Gamar dirty, I need enough to get away so that I don't come back to kill my friends.
So, how much would that be?
200 gold ought to do it. For
Was
me
that
and my
one or-
mates here to just turn away.
Was that 100 or 200?
200.
Sure. I'll take that. And Shai passes over 200 gold.
We're so loaded.
We are.
Pleasure
We really
doing
could just
business
solve our
with you.
problems with money.
Good
And-
talk, guy we don't know the name of. We won't rat you out.
Hey, he's got enough to start over somewhere else and, not be a hired guard for a criminal.
And you won't see me again. Let's go! And
Okay.
you see coming from the trees several guards that you had not seen. And they all just take off.
Mm-hmm.
You skirted a tough fight.
Disagree. Regrouping with the team real quick before we head in. 40 sounds like she's pretending to be her old self because she remembered. So, she de-aged and then, aged up another 18 or 18-ish years. So, 40 makes sense for that.
I wonder if she got someone to break the spell.
Possibly.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but as soon as you said she's acting like her old self, I'm like, contrary to Hollywood's belief, 40-year-olds do not look like 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other important note, he said something about not wanting to come back and kill us after he died or whatever. So there may be a necromancer in this camp, or he could be prone to fits of exaggeration or lying.
If there's a necromancer, are we allowed to fight them?
Yes.
I mean, you're allowed to fight anyone.
Okay.
All right, good talk.
I don't like necromancy. I also don't like this whole situation because you're screwing with people's lives.
All right. Into the camp?
Into the camp.
Yes.
It is raining heavier and nastier. Your visibility is, you have dark vision. So it's still only about 30 feet though, because it's sun setting, nasty, foggy, gross weather. And coming through the trees, you see 6 tents hidden in the rocks and trees. and sound is coming from one of them.
Oh?
The
Good.
sound of an argument.
I want to eavesdrop.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Let's eavesdrop.
Give me a stealth check, please.
Sure.
You know, maybe I should stay back and let Idara do this.
Idara
I wanna-
is a nosy fucker. An aggregate 20 for
I was
eavesdropping.
gonna say, Ophelia is also very nosy, and Ophelia's like, I want to do what Adara's doing. I got a 9.
You got a what?
You got
I got a 9.
No!
Hey.
Yay.
So, Adara, you first hear one voice saying, look, I don't care what you do to the two of them, just don't hurt the kids. And then you hear, hush, we've got company. And the tent flap opens. And you see two women in their 40s. One of them is human with freckles, blue eyes, sandy brown hair, and scars. And the other one is half elf with coppery skin, green eyes, red brown hair, and wearing long black robes. The human one is also carrying like a sword and shield and looks well armed, wearing studded leather.
Hey, you got your curse lifted. Congrats.
Yeah.
I'm inferring.
So,
What's your name
Yes.
again? Felred?
Flinad,
Flynette. Flynette, is that you?
yes? Who wants to know? Did they send you? I'm not going back.
I mean, they did send us, but we didn't really have intentions of finding out and like forcing you back there. I think the whole situation's quite weird, honestly.
So you agree, it's absolutely disgusting what they do.
Oh, I think it's horrifying. It bothers me to no extent.
Well,
Okay.
frankly, I think as curses go for robbing ancient tombs, it's actually fairly mild.
Well, I didn't ask you your opinion. We've just been talking about how to bring those two bitches down. Are you in? And at that, the one in robe says, you would make it worth your while. I'll give you 200 gold in jewelry if you slay the Sphynx. And to bring Lady Porfindle to me.
Wait,
What's your deal?
what do you want her for?
Oh, that's my business.
I don't like this.
Flynn, just look, we've talked about this. I don't care what happens to Lady Porfindle. She's no mother to me. But, and she looks right at Gaymar, who is the necromancer. It's, no harm is coming to the other kids. It wasn't their fault. They fell in the same trap I did. To which Gaymar just says, yes, so you've said multiple times. So, we're willing to pay you to kill this Sphynx and bind a ghost. Big damn hero things. To prevent them from doing harm to others, you know.
We're gonna need a little more information about
Yeah.
what specifically you're up to. We're professionals at this, and we like to know who we're doing business with exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Says, she stole my life. I want them dead.
No, that we get. It's mainly the other part.
Yeah, we understand your deal, but you're half of the problem.
Yeah, it's mainly the Porfindle deal.
Well, Gaymar and I used to run together. So I came to her when I needed help. She goes, yes, the Sphynx is only a barrier to the ghost. The ghost was an excellent military strategist and advisor. Anyone who controls the ghost will be incredibly powerful. I can give you something besides money if you'd rather. I have many powerful
So,
Perhaps.
instead of banishing the ghost, you want to enslave her.
Well, that's a crude word, don't you think?
Mm,
Binding is something you look clerical. Binding is something that people do all the time.
Yeah, but the
Make her
dead.
work for me. At least she won't be harming people and wiping their minds and raising them to be miserable again.
I'm just gonna explain this to you because I feel like you're misunderstanding what exactly we do. I'm gonna point at the door and be like, "This is a bounty hunter." I'm gonna point at Shy, be like, "This is a knowledge cleric and someone who deep dives for knowledge in every aspect of life." And
So you should understand.
I am someone who buries people for a living.
Oh, I so appreciate people like you. You make it so easy for people like me to always have assistance around.
Necromancer, are you?
Thing is, I search for knowledge and truths. But in finding those, there are things that I cannot condone.
Yeah, like taking people's lives and turning them into kids and trapping them and making them garden and shit.
No, we get that.
Oh no,
Your
gardening.
your situation is totally understandable. I
Thank
mean,
you.
You have been wronged,
yes.
and frankly, I completely understand you're wanting revenge. However, if you were just going to banish the ghost,
We can do that.
Yes.
we can do that.
But you, gamer, you make my job absolutely useless, and you also make the process of living and dying absolutely useless. And so for that, I refuse to assist you.
Just refusing to assist a necromancer. I like it.
Because, quite honestly, I can tell that you don't respect other people's lives. And you don't respect people's afterlives.
I
Yeah,
respect Flynette's life here. I was so glad when she returned to me, and that nice, dear little cleric in the village had re-aged her, and now we can go get her revenge. I respect her right to vengeance.
Flynette, I'm
Just as-
realizing the company you keep is interesting given the beef you have. Since your whole complaint is about, people taking your life away from you and making you do something you didn't want to do. Interesting choice of friend.
We were best friends way back. I don't really care what happens to that ghost. I just want that flying
Insight
dead.
check.
Yeah, sure.
Does she really not care?
How much do you not care? On a scale of
How
not caring
much do you not care?
to some tweets on Twitter, how much do you actually care?
That'll be a 17.
She does not care.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting. We're not gonna subtweet on Twitter.
She super wants Alepha dead and the kids safe, though.
I am so willing to help you with your vengeance and everything going on with that. As long as other people are safe and sure. But you, Forever Gamer, I have no business with you whatsoever. Just like you have no business toying with those who are dead.
Well, we weren't expecting your company, so if you won't help us, but won't interfere with us, then I suppose we have no business here, and we're perfectly willing to let you go as long as you promise not to interfere any further.
I cannot allow you to enslave that ghost.
I also cannot
She's
allow you
dead.
to.
She lived perfectly well for 60 or 80 years or whatever she did.
Oh,
Who
if
cares
you
what
want
happens to her now?
if
That's
you want
why
to
I
kill
found-
her or banish her, that is your business. But if you want to enslave her, I cannot allow you to do that.
Yes, I plan to put her to rest, and if you choose to continue on with this and quote unquote interfere with more people's lives and their deaths, then I will be forced to do some putting to rest myself.
Every time the necromancer speaks, Idara is just like looking at the girl we came here for, just like,
Bruh.
you hear what she's saying?
Are you sure about this?
You hear what she's saying?
Is this the hill you want to die on? Because she'll raise you from that hill again.
That really, really is a pity. And let's roll initiative, fam!
Ooh! Well.
Gets to fight a necromancer, finally! Angry!
It's like, the thing is, all the necromancer had to do was give up on enslaving the ghost.
We gave you so many chances!
My dice together add up to a 20 because I got a 19 and a 1. Thank goodness it's advantage.
Nice.
Oh god.
Like, I'm at a 20 initiative as well.
Oh, I guess, sorry,
Nice.
total I'm at a 23. But just, I roll with advantage, and my 2 dice rolls together were a collective 20.
I'm glad y'all did good, because I got an 8.
Ooh.
It's okay, I can bring up the rear.
And the good news
And
is we're in
bring up the
the tent,
pain.
right?
Good news is what?
Are we in the tent?
You
We
were
are
in
in
the
it.
tent, yes.
Oh boy.
Thank God we're out of the rain.
Oh my god. The boy can be here.
Here comes the boy!
Okay.
Story Spears, hello, boy!
Oh my god, this is so annoying. It's fine. It's fine.
If it's annoying for the DM, that means it is good for us.
No, it's too many similar letters.
Oh, rip.
So, Adara, you're up.
Alright, I see her going to do a necromance, I guess. And just fucking charge her. So, I'm just gonna... You know what? We're just going for it. Why not? I'm going to run up to her. And I'm going to make an attack.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if that's gonna hit. Does a 16 hit?
It does, actually.
Excellent. I'm going to ask her to make me a strength saving throw.
Say...
As I try to... Huh?
Yeah, because her buddy doesn't have the thing that would help her.
I was gonna say, she's a magic user, so she should not be good at the strength save, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Good. As I...
That's an 11.
Cool. She falls prone as I sweep the leg, and she takes 19 points of damage.
Good god.
And I'm going to
Rip.
attack her again.
Rip.
That's cocked. Alright, that is a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool.
Alright.
I'm going to ask her to make me a... Actually, is she holding anything?
Is she holding anything? No.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'm going to ask her to make me a wisdom save.
Say that's a nat 20 from Tyler.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
god,
Alright, well, fine.
Tyler, why?
So then she is not frightened of me, but she does take another 19 points of damage.
I'm gonna say you're frightened of her.
I
She
don't-
got a nat 20.
That's not how that works.
Reverse card.
Wait, I did my math wrong. 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Tyler, how dare?
Tyler. Am I actually frightened of her? It is up to you.
No, I've never done that before.
Okay.
Foiled by the Tyler.
Bonus action. I'm going to bite her.
Okay.
For a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Please take another. That's the wrong die. Please take another 11 points of magic piercing damage.
Okay.
I don't know if it was just the mic or what it was, but when Gwen said that, I heard 24. Like, 24.
Oh no.
Okay. Cool.
And I am now harassing her, and she is prone.
She is prone. And as she is prone, sitting on the ground, she just goes, Sorry, Flynn. And necromantic energy washes out in a massive circle that fills the tent. And I would like all of you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm a fighter and
Boy.
I hate these.
Oh God, can't relate. Every time.
It's okay. Flynn has to make it too.
Is this a poison
Wow.
thing?
No.
Okay.
It is
That's-
negative energy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Your vibes, they suck.
A meager 16.
22.
Nice.
Okay.
What did I get? I got a 17.
Dang.
Well, that was only with my Dark One's own luck, because I rolled a 9 on the die out of 10. I originally would have had an 8. Again.
Ooh.
What about Adara?
Oh, I said 16.
Okay, so
Jeez, Jess, why couldn't have used the 20 on this?
you all pass because I couldn't use the 20 on this because it's a save.
It's true.
Mhm.
So you all take half damage,
Yay.
which is good. So that
Yay.
is
Jess is gonna be like, it's 50 halved.
it's not that bad. So that's 26 halves, so you each take 13.
All right.
Yay.
So that's 13 necrotic damage. And then you see 2 ghasts emerge and walk into the tent. Or really stagger into the tent.
Ghasts?
Yep. And then it's Shy's turn.
Why am I thinking of Minecraft ghasts?
Melee attacks
They
against her.
smell real bad. What was that?
Melee attacks have advantage because she's prone. Ranged attacks have disadvantage because she's prone.
Rip.
Like, that's true. You know what? That is true. So Shy's going to use her action, and you hear the flash of stages as Mysterious, who Adara is only seen as the shoulder dragon,
Mm-hmm.
suddenly appears as like a large crouton-sized paper dragon, and charges towards the necromancer and goes in for a bite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A necromancer. Okay.
Bitey boy.
Bite friend.
I
Bite
love this.
friend. That is a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Yay. Do all
Bitey.
melee like strength melee attacks get advantage until when? Or is it just the next one?
Until she stands up.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, I forgot to have her stand up, so you get that.
and
She's
And
just like, I'm
because-
just gonna lay here.
because Mysterious is a good boy, will go to flank Adara, and that's 5 points of piercing damage and 2 points of acid damage.
Wait, flank Adara or flank with Adara?
Flank with Adara.
Okay.
Like
Yes.
It's like betrayal.
Because good fighty dragon boy. And
I love the boy.
with that as her action, though, she can still summon her spiritual weapon as a bonus action and attack one of the ghouls. Or gas.
Bonk it. Bonk it.
Bonk it! Bonk it real good. So that is 17 plus 6, 23 to hit. I assume 23 hits.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's 8 points of force damage.
Sweet. All right. And anything else for Shy?
I think she'll kind of back away from the gas a little.
Okay. So then, Ned will go up to Idara and say, you really shouldn't have hit my friend. I'm sorry. And is going to bash you with her shield. Does a dirty 20 hit you?
Dirty 20 just hits me.
She only hits you once. But, which is good. And that is 8 bludgeoning damage. And give me a strength saving throw, please.
A strength saving throw. All right. I'm a fighter. I'm great at these.
Oh, wait. It does an extra damage. Oh, wait. No, it's included. Okay.
19.
I don't know why, but my brain went Kermit. No.
19.
Did you get on the
just?
save? Okay. You are not prone.
Ah ha ha ha. 2 can play at that game.
Ophelia, you are up.
Is she still prone?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I'm trying to check something real quick. Ooh, I'm trying to pick what I was gonna do earlier. It's like, okay. You know what? If this doesn't happen, that's fine. Yeah, sure. We'll do this. And I am going to reach down upon her and make a melee spell attack. So I'm gonna do that real quick.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And say, at least when I use necrotic spells, I have the decency to make it healing, and I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch upon her, so she's gonna take 5d6 damage.
Is that on the Necromancer?
Yes. Okay. Oh, I almost rolled max on several of these die. Okay. He's taking. It's 5d6. This is. Why did I roll 6? Okay. Hang on, I have to roll again because I rolled wrong stuff. Hang on. Okay. She is taking 18 points of necrotic damage.
So she goes down, and so do both of the ghasts.
Well, suck it. No offense, but fully suck it.
So the ghasts don't get a turn.
Nice.
Then we're back to Adara. We're standing there with Flynad.
I'm gonna say, all right. It was self-defense for your friend, but we can still potentially help you. But if you want to keep fighting, that's fine too. I feel pretty confident about our odds.
I just got my life back, and you killed the one person I knew.
Oh, I didn't kill her. She's just unconscious.
Yeah. First of all, not dead yet. Second of all, she started it.
Third of all, if she's willing to enslave a ghost, who's to say she's not willing to do the same thing to you?
Yeah, I can't stress enough that there is a strong parallel between what she's planning on doing and what happened to you.
Charisma, persuasion, check.
Me or Ophelia?
I mean, I'm talking, so you technically get my aid.
Yeah, Adara, but with Ophelia's advantage.
Okay. Well, with... Oh, wait. Oh! 18.
Oh.
So I rolled an 18
Yes!
and a 6.
Okay.
Adara's learned how to talk to people!
Briefly.
Yeah! Good talk, Adara!
I thought it was a 13 at first, so I was about to express disappointment, but then I learned how to read.
I imagine Idara just accidentally stumbling upon the right thing to say.
Yeah.
Ophelia's like, they grow up so fast.
So, will you help me kill Alepha? Or what do I I don't even know who I am anymore.
Do you remember the last 18 years?
Yeah,
Then
I grew up with my brothers and sisters with that fucking Sphynx who took our lives away.
then you're you. You're the sum of all your life experiences.
You are who you want to be.
Yeah. Make of it what you will.
If you really want to kill them, I won't stop you, but think about it this way. Will what you're planning hurt the other kids? Wouldn't you rather give them another option?
Like, give them their old lives back?
If they wanted it.
After all, you had your curse broken. Give them the option. See what they want to do.
Sound like Brianna, the one who cured me. That's what she said.
Maybe it's just the cleric mentality.
Yeah.
Do you worship Eldath too? Are you a tree person?
Oh no, I'm Ogma. Knowledge.
Yeah, Sphynx would like you.
But yeah. Let's, you know.
Are you
We can-
taking me back?
Yeah, if you want to go. I feel like you'd make a pretty compelling case for them voluntarily lifting the magic, so we can, you know, give people choices back instead of making them for other people.
I'm only going back if I get to kill that Sphynx, which I now realize is maybe a bad idea.
I mean, you can decide what you want to do, and either
could
way,
also-
whatever
You
happens,
could also
there's-
live in town, and we could carry a message back for the others. See if the kids want to come visit you. If they have questions, you can provide
Yeah,
them
you're-
guidance.
Your little brothers miss you a lot. Just a note. So
And
even
your
if
Maybe
older
it's-
brothers-
Fenwick didn't admit it.
Nah.
Oh yeah,
we
no,
saw
he
through
was,
him.
but he definitely does.
And your older brother's worried about you.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah, he seems like he's really nice.
Well, Stalos is going to be living in town when he starts his apprenticeship. And I guess since everybody thinks I'm dead, my family's debts are paid off. So I don't have to rob any tombs anymore. I mean,
See?
I could give it a shot.
See, that's what I thought when they were like, people rob things as a choice. I am always kind of hesitant about that because I always thought that some people do it out of necessity. I don't think everyone does it with maliciousness.
No, I still don't have my memory much about things before. Brianna got me my age back, but not everything. But I remember flashes of things. Like, I remember my parents died, and we owed a lot of money, and I, started taking on contracts to pay for their funeral and pay off their debts. And then the next thing I knew, I was growing up again. Ain't that a bitch?
Would you want us to
Yeah.
ask Alepha if she can more thoroughly lift the curse and get you more memories back?
I don't trust her. She just de-aged me again. No. Maybe some things are better off forgotten anyway.
You don't have to be who you were. You get to be who you are now.
I guess finding a ghost isn't very nice either. And she heads out of the tent. And I think we're going to take a 5-minute break, friends. We'll be right back. So what would you do in this situation?
Please
Tell
help us.
And
Yes,
we'll
please.
be right back.
Back in 5. we're back.
Hey, welcome back. We are playing Tale of the Sphynx by Paige Lightman. And we're in the end game. The Threefs have killed a necromancer. And
Not
just
killed. She's unconscious.
stopped a necromancer.
Thank you.
Well, if she was unconscious, the gas should have still been attacking you, actually. But we'll say they were tied to her awakenedness.
We punched them to death. It's fine.
We vibe checked them to death.
Okay. So what's the plan? Flynette is hanging out outside the tent.
So it sounded like we were going back to Alepha and the
Lady Portendale.
the lady, and we're gonna give them a stern talking to, make them offer their children, with scare quotes, the choice of whether they want to regain their old memories and old age or live their new lives out. Was that the plan?
Yeah, we think they should make an informed decision and should still have contact with you. We can inform them that you'll be in town. And after all, you said the big brother was going to be working in town soon.
But she went outside. This was just y'all talking together, I figured.
Okay.
Mhm.
But it sounds like the important thing is that the kids all keep in contact with each other, and once they get to town, they have the option of having the curse removed.
Would it be once they get to town or like now?
Well, they could make a decision about that. I mean, they have contacts that can get them to town.
All right. So
After all, the big brother can take them to town if they want to
yeah,
have the curse removed.
yeah. Or like, I guess I don't know how magic works, but I usually assume that somebody who casts a spell can like undo it. So
Usually, yeah.
presumably Alepha could also just like fix that.
Yeah, but also we've dealt with non-human beings before.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt she'll understand our reasoning with this.
I think what is more likely is that the lady Porfindel will understand our reasoning and will direct Alepha accordingly. But step one is getting back, so
Yes, that
let's
is
go.
the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Had and not putting out any treats for the Fae. You do not get interrupted this time. So
Okay.
So it's a rainy, nasty, dark jaunt to Porfindel's tomb as the sun has now set.
Boy has to go back in his book.
Oh,
I imagine he
Aw.
like pounds and whines a bit as we leave the tent.
oh.
Good.
Crouton's sniffing him very excitedly.
You having Lynette go with you, or you're sending her to town?
She didn't sound like she wanted to come
Send
with.
her to town. It sounds like if she comes with, there will be a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd
let
rather
her-
avoid that in front of the kids.
Yes.
I've got a lot more. So to their credit, it spits on the ground. So, got more town appropriate skills now than I used to. So maybe I could get an apprenticeship or something.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, why not?
If you need a recommendation, it's like I could provide one. Kind of thing. I could.
Oh, like a
I'd
letter
be
or
glad
like
to help.
Like a letter of recommendation?
I thought you meant like
Yeah.
an opinion on like
Yeah.
which person to apprentice for.
Either way,
But yeah, go live your life, dude.
Yeah, you got
You
a
pick.
life now.
All right. Well, I'll be in Sweetwater if you need me.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
What are you doing with the necromancer who you have left unconscious on the floor?
And look to Ophelia.
I really want to tie her up and like leave her a note taped to her forehead.
Like Spider-Man does.
Yes.
Adara, is there
Yeah.
a bounty on this person?
Check my sword, check my brain. Is there a bounty on this person?
No, actually.
Surprisingly, I haven't heard of her.
I was hoping we could like drop her off at some constabulary.
Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone it.
I mean, there might be, but you haven't heard of it.
Oh, if there is, I haven't heard of it. Honestly surprised she's not on death's shit list, but I guess, you know, if necromancers were enough, then, I'd have a much longer list.
She might be on someone else's list.
It's true.
So yes, I would like to tie her up,
Okay.
and I'm going to like put a little note on her forehead that like the part facing toward her says, maybe next time, listen to the people that have come to you with open ears. And then on the other side of the poster, like facing toward the people that are going to be looking at her, I'm going to put, I tried to fight a group of 3 tieflings after I didn't listen.
Ophelia's note. Maybe try listening next time.
Yes. And then before we leave, Ophelia's going over and on the note put, I tried to fight a group of 3 buff tieflings. She's going to insert the buff.
The little carrot for buff.
Yes.
I love it.
It's aspirational.
Huh.
It's like Shai's looking at Ophelia, looking at herself, looking at Adara, and just says, buff?
Buff. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Draz. I fought the 3 fleets and all I got was this shirt.
No.
New merch idea win.
Yeah, you
So-
know, I think that just means that you 2 are joining me on morning workouts. We have to live
Maybe.
up to the hype.
Maybe. I'm
But it's
emotionally
just like-
buff.
Over my dead body.
No, don't say that around her. Don't not around her. Let us head
Oh,
back.
Adara knows what I mean.
And then allow us to head back.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
So heading back, you see Alepha pacing anxiously around the residences. Seeing you, did you find her? Did you find Flindell?
Yeah.
Flynad?
Yeah.
Flinda.
I can't remember my own kid's name.
Where is she? And Lady Porfendel just like floats through the wall.
She's not going to be returning.
Yes, she's in her proper body, in her proper age, at the proper time.
This is terrible news. But
Well,
she's
terrible is
alive,
objective.
at least.
Terrible is objective.
Yeah, she remembered her old life and decided she didn't care for the path that you had set out for her.
Oh, I assumed she wanted to kill us then.
Mostly you.
She did,
Yes.
but she doesn't want to hurt her siblings. So she's going to be staying in town.
Lady Porfendel smiles and says, "See, Alepha? We did something right. She cares about collateral damage now."
Well, I don't think it was necessarily... No offense, I don't think it necessarily was you. I think it was more the fact that her siblings cared for her in a way that she found fulfilling.
So, the fact that she wanted to kill us, would you say that her nature wore out, despite all of the nurturing we gave her over these 16 years?
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh,
Her
I
true
think she-
nature as a murderer, as a killer.
I'm
No.
not sure that that's her nature more as... So what you called nurturing was more harmful to her.
I think
But
she
we
has
gave her the
what you would
best
call
education.
righteous anger.
Yeah, as much as you want to educate people and help people, I feel like you yourselves need to be a little bit more educated on what exactly you're doing to these people.
Yeah, it turns out making your kids' decisions for them and planning out their entire life trajectory without their own input leads to some messed up kids.
Especially when they were not kids to begin with. They were fully grown adults.
See Lady Porfindle thinking for a moment. She says, so, even though I've been excellent at predicting my opponent's battle maneuvers, I suppose you really can't predict how a child will turn out.
Yes,
Even
children
if you
are...
know what's best for them, it would be taking away their free will to plan that choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, children, surprisingly, contrary to everyone's belief, apparently, children are not war tactics.
Yeah, that commonly held belief that we all share.
Surprising everyone, children are people and not tools to be used like pawns in war.
So she won't be returning.
No.
Well, I'm glad that she's safe.
Related to the part where you don't know what's best for everyone, we all, after talking to her, collectively agreed that it would be for the best if you offered the other people here that same choice for whether they want to stay the way they are now or regain memories of their past lives,
Yes.
as it were.
At that, Alepha's eyebrows just shoot straight up. She says, but my lady, consider this for Stalos. It's easy. He's a man already, so it doesn't really matter. But Adele is just a little one. It could destroy everything.
You need to be open about the circumstances so that they can make an informed decision about where they want to go with their lives, where they want to be in their lives. You can't make that decision for them.
Lady Porfidol hovers for a moment. You know, I think Benwick is starting to figure things out already. I suppose once they get to be 13 or so, offering them the truth might not be so devastating.
I also think that there is another good option, which is just not doing this to people.
Well, what would
Look-
you suggest we do? Close the school? Just let people rob my tomb?
I'm not saying you have to let people rob your tomb. I'm just saying you don't have to consistently turn fully grown adults into children. Like, you can defend your tomb with, like, illusions and stuff.
You
But-
can even knock them unconscious and just set them outside.
Yeah.
Or, you know, offer them life skills or whatever, but without turning them into children first.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here.
Like, if a 25-year-old wants to rob your tomb and you're like, hey, this isn't going to work out well for you, but how about I teach you how to, like, make shoes, then someone might take you up on it.
Yes, I feel like you'd do better as, like, a vocational school than a turning children into, like, turning people into children and then raising them into adulthood again school.
Well, until Flynn, it worked for decades, but I suppose, well, she has been such a strong example. We'll have to take it under consideration. Alepha says, but the babies are so cute.
Why don't you just have your own children?
Well, it's a bit late for some of us here, but
I mean, yes, but you could also, like, just start fostering children from the town. You don't have to kidnap people to have children.
and you're sure she won't come home? give us another go? Let us try it again?
No. If
Um,
she tried to do it again, she probably would end up with the same result.
If you try to do it again, we will be back here and we will have a much harsher conversation with you.
I think perhaps if
Yes.
she's ever going to change her mind, she will be in contact with you. I don't think it's a good idea to try and force
Yeah.
her mind.
Yes.
I think she feels she has had enough of that already.
You can't force contact.
Well, I appreciate what you've done for us and our family. I know Alepha initially contracted you to bring our daughter back, but at least we know that she's safe. So, if you like, you may stay the night in one of the houses. The children are asleep at this time, but I expect you'll be on your way in the morning.
Yes, but I do expect to hear that the children that are old enough are going to be given the option of learning the truth.
Yes, we'll talk to Benwick and Stellos tomorrow. And Alepha's, maybe she'll come back to visit one day, my lady. And at that, Lady Porfindle just smiles and pats her kind of through her head. Says, very unlikely, but
Rip.
it's a nice hope. Is there anything else the three of you would like to do?
I think that's it. Maybe I'm just gonna like assume that we talk to the kids later and make sure they're gonna be all right with everything and that they know what happened to their sister.
Yes. Yeah, I think the only thing else we'd offer to do is probably, like, see if they want to help reinforcing the entrance to the tomb so it doesn't constantly get broken into.
Ooh, yeah. That sounds fun. We can set some traps.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good tomorrow thing.
Just like, hey, you don't want people constantly breaking into your house? How about let's make your house harder to break into?
Yep.
Also, Shy will probably put a warning on the wall, and it's just like first offenders will be knocked unconscious and put outside. Repeat offenders may be turned into children.
Maybe
Don't ask
reconditioned.
Ah,
Oh god, no.
and that ends the tale of the Sphynx by Paige Lightman. Thank you for joining us. Join us next week when we are playing Heart of the Goddess by Elise Kertel. But first, let's find out where you can meet these wonderful people and stick around because we're doing a raid afterwards. So, hey Dara, who are you? Where can we find you in real life?
I'm GwendyB all over the internet, and you can find me mostly on Twitter, where I post illustrations occasionally because I am an illustrator. Right now, most of the stuff I'm posting is about Uncaged Goddesses, the 5th book in the Uncaged series, which I'm running, and Jess is also helping me run it, and Ink is going to be doing art for it, and it's a good time. But yeah, applications for everything are closed, so if you made it in, congrats, we're excited. If you didn't, hope you're still excited about the book. It should be coming out winter. I refuse to tell you more information than that. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know more.
Hey Ophelia, who are you in real life? Where can we find you?
Hi, my name is Ink. I played Ophelia. You are a warlock, packed at the tome tiefling. You can find me on Twitter at These Dead Pens, where I meme and scream about things. This week I meme and screaming about the fact that, Unbreakable Revolutions just came out, which is a book featuring all Asian creatives that I am a part of. I did illustrations for, and if it's not the last Unbreakable anthology book, I will be participating in. Also, hey, the Ennies kind of broke voting, so if you haven't voted in the Ennies, please go vote in the Ennies. Also, lastly, don't stop talking about Twitch hate raids. They're very important, and they're important to talk about, because Twitch, you really need to fix what's going on here. Please. Please.
Hey, Shy, where can we find you?
Find me on I'm as Zan Larson on Twitter and Instagram, also under Pale White Rabbit. And I do a lot of illustration stuff as well. Speaking of the Ennies, Ink and I are up for an Ennie for Eyes Unclouded. And I am also an illustrator. And I have an online store on Store Envy, which has a bunch of prints and things of art that I've done for different books with pretty much everyone here.
Yay.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And I'm Jess. I'm up for adventure, best organized play adventure, and guess what? We're playing it on this channel at 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday. And Ink and Zan are two of the players. My co-writer and I, Allie, are going to be running these folks through My Immortal Loneliness. And if you like memes and you like vampires, you should come. It's going to be a great time. And so yeah, come watch that and then vote. And then join us again on Friday when we're playing more Threeflings. We're going to go shoot our behind-the-scenes Patreon video right now. Support us on Patreon to get access to super fun videos and stuff like that. And, chat with us in the Discord, see pictures of our cats and dogs. And now we are going to go raid OG Brown Sugar because Velvet is playing Disco Elysium. And I friggin' love that game. Have a great night. We love you. Thank you for supporting us tonight and every Friday that you're here. Have a wonderful weekend and be safe, my friends.
Good night.
Bye.